What's poppin', everybody? This is SaberWolf94, Game 3, using Dragonite GX, the Dragonite GX deck that I made, with a lot of the cards that are going to be rotating out soon. But Dragonite GX, Stage 2 Pokemon, does have a little bit of potential when it comes to getting the big knockouts. If you can get his Sky Judgment attack ready, he's good at KOing them, KOing those Tag Team GXs, those Stage 1 GXs, Stage 2 GXs. Those aren't being played very much now, but you guys get the idea. But other than that, he's a difficult Pokemon to use. The way I built the deck too, we can't make use of the regular 130 attack. Right. So I'm going to open up with this Xurkitree GX here, which I don't think you guys have seen so far in any of the other matches. But I do have this in the deck. I didn't take it out as I've shown in the deck list. And it can be sort of decent, especially right now. Luckily, we're playing against Zoroark GX here, it would seem. Some sort of Zoroark GX variant, as my opponent is using Zorua. I suppose there's a few other Zoroarks now, besides Zoroark GX. There's like the Night March Zoroark one, there's I think another one too, but this Zoroark GX is more than likely what my opponent is going to be using. And Xurkitree GX is actually pretty good. I believe that the current Zoroark GX decks don't use any regular energies at all. It's just the DCs. Triple acceleration energies for things like Dugong and Persian. So, Xurkitree GX might just be able to give us the auto win just using this guy. So it's going to be nice. And since my opponent is playing first, I'll be able to instantly use my GX attack as soon as I go. And hopefully that makes a big impact. Taking a card from your opponent, anything you want, and putting it in the prizes on top of that is pretty big. So with any luck, we can sort of disrupt him heavily and slow him down as I get my big dragons ready. He will also have difficulty maneuvering through Xurkitree. I mean, he can only use so many Guzmas, I would say. And I just don't believe this deck has any... Its only out is Alolan Muck. That's really its only out. And I think not all of these Zoroark GX decks run that. I think he might, since he has that Ditto Prism down. More than likely, he does run Alolan Muck. But, I mean, we should be able to do a little bit of stalling with Xurkitree. Nevertheless, he will have to dig for that Muck now. Okay, so gonna go with Lily, and we managed to get a Lightning Energy too, which is great. I'll be able to use my GX attack immediately, get that sort of very great plus. I love Xurkitree's GX attack, it's just perfect. It's just perfect for a Pokemon like this. Only needs one energy, major disruption, well not major, but some decent disruption. You force them, you make them have to collect an extra prize. It's just a very good trade-off for a 1 energy GX attack. It's worth it when you do it. In my opinion, it makes a difference. So, what I did is grabbed Communication, I'm pretty sure, because he did have like double supporters. He did have like, if I'd taken out the Lily, he had another Lily, I believe. So, just get rid of that so that he can't dig for Zoroark. So that hopefully, I guess if he has to use Lily, he can't draw very many cards or do something, I guess. And let's see, we have the DCs, we have Triple Acceleration Energy. I got the rare candy in hand, so if everything goes nicely, I can get my Dragonite GX out. So my opponent, yeah, he couldn't even evolve into Zoroark GX, so just went ahead and attacked with Zorua, but of course he can't do any damage since it has the double colorless on. So very good, we're going to slowly start building up Dragonite GX now, and make use of my Erica. Draw a good 4 cards without discarding the valuable Triple Acceleration Energy. And you know what, let me just... Should I get rid of, let's get rid of your choice, man. I probably didn't have to do it yet, but you know what, I'm always paranoid now of that stupid Marshadow. That card basically prevented this format, like the Sun and the Moon format, from being at its finest. That card sort of ruins it. There's a few other things that sort of, not necessarily ruin the format, but make it not be at its top potential. But that Marshadow card is definitely up there. It's definitely up there. I guess my opponent used Judge, so my paranoia sort of paid off. But at least Judge is a supporter, and, you have to spend your supporter for that turn. You can't, search it easily anytime you want, as with Marshadow. I guess you could do it if you use something like Lele, but it's more difficult. So I don't hate Judge as much as I hate Marshadow. Judge is, a sort of, I feel like it's a fair card. Marshadow, I feel like it's absolute nonsense they give us a card like this. It's not the DP format anymore. Right. So Zoroark GX is out, both of them are out actually. My opponent managed to draw quite a few cards using Dedenne. That's a card that I really need to get. I don't have any, and you kind of need it right now in many different decks. Makes a huge difference. It's like a Shaman that's actually better in my opinion. More HP, and discarding and drawing. I think it's better than drawing until you have a certain amount. Especially considering we don't have things like Juniper. We do have the Ingo and Emmet, but that card isn't all that. So he got the Alolan Muck out, so now he can actually damage Exurgatree. And to be honest, there's nothing I can do to save the Exurgatree GX, so I think I'm just going to leave it to die there. All we can really do is just use the opportunity, buy a little bit of time, and build up the big guys as I'm getting them ready and get those instant knockouts. So Cynthia and another Field Blower. I think I should just use that as well. Get rid of the other Choice Band. I hope he doesn't have any more, but if he does, he does. Choice Band does make a difference because with it, Zoroark can do 150, and it's a 2-hit KO on Dragonite. Otherwise, it's just a 3-hit KO, and that makes a humongous difference. Now, I'm going to aim to knock out Zoroark GX in one shot anyways, but you don't want to give him that opportunity to hit you for 150, either way. Alright, so it's triple acceleration energy time. Attach this and go with a Cynthia. I just want to see another Candy and Dragonite so we can be a little more safe. I don't want that Dratini to be so fragile there. So here's the Cherish Ball, but unfortunately, man, I don't have the Dragonite GX. It's in the prizes, so that's bad. I guess we're going to get Tapu Lele GX, which is pointless. And yeah, this is some of the downsides of only having 2 in the deck. I should have had 3, but we only have 2. So I had to substitute that with Stretcher. But here's the Sky Judgment, one of the situations where you get this nice reward. Just 2 energy attachment, discard the triple acceleration, get an instant knockout on Zoroark GX. It's pretty neat. My opponent losing his valuable Pokemon, losing the valuable DCE. And Zoroark is important to these decks because they use it to draw too. And we get a nice thing from the prizes. Tapu Koko Prism. This should be pretty handy soon. I want to get another basic Pokemon down. But do we even have... I don't think we even have that many lightning energies in the disco pile. I think we only have 1. So my opponent going to promote Persian here. I'm not too worried about that Pokemon's attacks. But, I mean, no, his GX attack it would be annoying because it can do 150 and then switch into something like Marshadow. That wouldn't be good. But the bigger problem is the ability. Since I got a KO on Zoroark, he can get any 2 cards he wants now. Pretty broken, right? A bit fair, you could say. You need to get knockout, but a strong ability for sure. So, Persian is going to do his thing. My opponent can get any 2 cards he wants from his deck. So, let's see what he gets. I mean, we won't be able to see, because it's like computer search. When you can grab any card, you don't have to show it to your opponent. Very, very strong. Very, very good indeed. These sorts of very strong effects. We search something and your opponent can't even know what you do, what you grabbed. Significant always. Okay, and I need to see the Dragonite from the prize. I mean, we have the stretchers here, but I really would like to see it, or just see something useful. We might have something stuck over there. So my opponent gonna go with Lily, and since he's losing, that energy gain looking rip-off card, I think is called man, I don't remember the name. Energy, no, it's not. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. But now he can attack. I mean, he had the triple anyway, so he could make the attack. But As long as he's losing, he could use DC in attack with Persian too. So here comes Tapu Koko Prism. And you know what? What we're going to do is use Guzma, promote something like Tapu Koko Prism. And I actually thought, or Dratini, I guess. Yeah, Tapu Koko Prism wouldn't be that good. Get the Dragonite GX back. Probably should have targeted down Persian, but I wasn't thinking. Knocking out Zoroark GX is good, but he can just use Persian to grab any 2 cards this way, and he could grab like another Zoroark, another Stretcher or something. So I probably should have targeted down the Persian, but I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Zoroark has an energy on. Zoroark is significant, letting him draw cards. You know, I knocked out another one too, so maybe I could get him so that he kind of runs out and not have too many. So I just thought Zoroark GX was a better thing to kill. But maybe Persian was the correct play. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm not the greatest player, so sometimes I do questions like, whoa, I do question myself as, did I make the best play? Was this the better play to make? You know, if I just stop and think about all the possibilities, the timer would go off. I'm not a very fast thinker. I would have to like take forever to think, okay, if I do this, this can happen. This is a possibility. If I do this is another possibility. This could happen. Right. So Dragonite GX is more than likely going to get KO'd now. And we're going to have to promote like a decoy because I can't get Dratini ready yet. You know, that's the other thing, is when you attach like the triple acceleration energy on Dragonite to make sure you can make a big attack that turn, you're not building up your other guys, so this deck is sort of slow to power itself up. You have a few cards like Tapu Koko that can help, but they don't help as much as you would think they would. If I could get like 2 energies on one certain Pokemon, then it would be a great help. But because you sort of got to spread it around, you know, Dragonite needs 5. It doesn't help too much. So let's get Dragonite from the discard pile with the Stretcher there. And use my Rare Candy, evolve into it. Get your ass ready. And the thing is, I promoted Tapu Koko there thinking that maybe I could have used like the ability or something, or just I don't know if it was this game or another game, but I thought that I could use Tapu Koko if it's in the active position, but it's got to be on the bench. I mean, either way, Tapu Koko is a good thing to have in the active position because of its 130 HP and only given 1 prize. Tapu Lele GX would be too risky to promote right now. So, just gonna let that Tapu Koko take a hit. If it dies and I don't use it, it doesn't matter. What we want to use is Tapu Lele GX. Search something like, I don't know, Cynthia or Ingo and Emmet, and just draw my triple accelerations. We used to, but my opponent actually surrendered. Wow, super uneventful. As I was checking discard pile. But yeah, that's sort of surprising. I don't think he was completely out of the game yet, but maybe he thought he was out. But it's GG. A victory against Zoroark GX. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this video with your friends. Thank you guys for watching, and what's up?